What is going on, guys? Dripping Games here. Today I have a rush concept for you guys. It's actually a loot room concept, which means it's not going to be perfect for everybody, but you guys can make it work to whatever suits you. At first glance here, you can see that there's nothing really special about this loot room or anything that's out of the ordinary at first glance, like I said. But what's special about this, there's actually a surprise within here. I'm not talking shotgun traps or anything like that. You'd obviously have them in here. I just didn't do it because I figured it'd just take me too long to do. So, what you want to do for the surprise here, which is it's actually a loot room within the loot room. So what you want to do is, you can have it on this side too, I guess. I just didn't do it, but what you do is you come over here to whatever side you have to have the chest like this. Well, I guess you don't have to, but what I did, I put the chest like this, so it's not as obvious. So what you do is you come over to that chest, you unlock the lock, you pick up the lock, and then you have to pick up the chest. Jump up, and as you can see, I have a wood floor here. What you do is you either want to hatchet that out or shoot it out. I'm just going to break it for the sake of the video here. And then what you do is you come down here, and this would be your second loot room, within the loot room. Obviously, if you're getting raided and they break the chest, they're probably going to see this. That's why, like, on a modded server, you'd actually have a wall right here. Like, right there. But I just didn't do that because I know on vanilla servers, after 5 minutes, you can't break an armored wall or a sheet metal wall that easy. So that's why I just did it with the chests and wood floor there. But in here, what makes this so special though, in my opinion, is although you have all these chests here, you got 2 large boxes there, 2 large boxes here, and 2 small ones. Let's say the raider got down here, alright, and they broke their chests. They can't, per se, get the loot because there's not really a way for them to reach that. And I can actually show you that right now. Here, I'll put some material in all these here, quick for you guys. Just to prove that it does work. Okay, let's say you have all your loot needs now, right? So, and then someone will come down here, they throw a C4 on there. And once this blows up, the looter shouldn't be able to grab any of the loot because it'd be either under the floor or under the roof here. Well, I guess the high quality wood because that's actually pretty close. But, that's probably, whatever one's in the front, I wouldn't put anything too valuable. Unless you mess around with like the placement of it. But as you can see, I can't actually grab any of this loot here. Even though, I'm right up to the roof here and I end up shifting. You can't actually grab it. So what the raider's gonna have to do is, they're gonna have to go through either that roof there, or they're gonna have to go through the floor just to get this loot. Actually, I think for a second there, I could have grabbed that stone. But either way, oh, you can kind of grab that stone right there. Yeah. But either way, it's gonna be hard for them to get that loot. Like I said, you don't have to do the loot room like this. You can ever. What I meant to say is you can have it however you want, but you have to remember that how you have it, you got to make sure that the raider can't actually get the loot. Which means you have to make sure you place these far enough back that you can actually reach them yet. So when it does get broken, it's going to be under here, so they have to go through the floor or the roof. You can have a couple boxes in here. I'll put the ladders in just so you can get out. Got some sleeping bags down here. If you want, you could get rid of like 2 boxes and a sleeping bag and put the TC down here. I think that'd be kind of a cool idea, just because most time when people have their base, whatever, they normally put the TC in the middle, which is in my opinion, it's kind of obvious. One thing that is kind of annoying about this base, as you can see from me, is I have a hard time getting out of that. But for other people, it shouldn't be too bad. I'm sure most of you guys are wondering, well, how do you build it? Well, that's not a problem, because I'm going to show you guys right now. So what you're going to want to do here is, obviously you don't have to build it in a high qual. I'm just going to do it for the sake of the video. You can build it in stone, armored. I wouldn't really prefer wood, because that'd be easy to flame raid. So, what you're going to want to do here is, well, for this design anyway, you just have your circle there for all triangles there. Now, what you have to do though is both of these have to be a square. Right there. Some people put square and then they put a triangle right here, you know, just because it's, you know, a little bit harder to raid. But for the sake of building this, you have to have 2 squares. That's the only thing I don't like about the design. But like I said, you don't have to build it exactly like that. This is just a concept, remember. So what you do, you know, on whatever side you want, you know, have the 2 squares. Well, you could almost have the squares on all the sides, I guess, but that's alright. I'm only gonna build one section of it for you guys today. So like I said, you have 2 squares per side. Put a triangle there, triangle here, and a triangle there. Now, this right here is going to be the full layout of the loot room within the loot room. So, the next step you want to do is put a wall here, put a wall there, and then you do the same thing over here. Put a wall there, a wall there. You'd wall this off here, and wall that off there. Now, you grab your roof. Hit your roof, place it there, and you place it there. What you do now is wall that off, wall that off, wall this off, and you wall this off. Now, to make this a little bit easier to put the floor here, what I do, put a half wall there, a half wall there, and a half wall there. Get the triangle floor, put it here, because this is going to be where you jump and you land right here. Obviously, at this point, you put your bosses in. I'm just gonna, I'll do one side for you guys, I guess. What I do to make it a little bit easier, as you can see, the blue side on the left side is just past this point right here. That's how I lined it up. Just makes it a little bit easier. It doesn't have to be perfect or anything like that. You know, put that side in. You know, put that side in. It's not perfect like I said, but then you grab your floor, put your floor in. You come over here. Make sure you can actually reach the bosses. Because if you can't, well then, you know, how are you going to be able to put your loot inside of it? So, once you do that, you can put all your bosses in here, like I had another one. You can put whatever you want on there, I guess. You can almost have a sleeping bag down there too, I think. I haven't tested that out yet, so I'm not too sure. But if you can, just let me know in the comments below. You know, you can have your TC down here. I guess for now. I can't because I have my other building too close over there, but you can have your TC down here, like I said, to have some sleeping bags or whatever suits you guys. Put the other roof on this side. You know, you have the bosses down there, obviously. And then what you do, take your roof, your ceiling. You know, put them in here. And then this would be the top of it, like that. And then put a wall there, a wall there. Same thing on this side, wall there, a wall there. Now this is what's a little tricky, in my opinion. I'm not too big of a fan of it, but that's alright. You don't have to do this like I do it, but I think it's a little bit easier to work with. Put a half wall here, and a half wall there, alright. You come back here, put a full wall, another full wall, and another full wall. And then you put a half wall here, a half wall here. And then you put a triangle there, a triangle there. One there, and one there. Now come back, put a half wall there, and a half wall there. Come back down here, put a half wall, not there. Put a triangle piece right there, like I did. And then you put another half wall there. If you wanted, you could put a full wall there. It's up to you guys. I'll just do it like this. Like I said, it's a little bit easier for me. So I'm just going to do it like that. Come over here. Get your floor again. Put one there. Put a floor there. You'd put your frame there and there. Forgot to grab this. That's my fault. Sorry about that. You can either use garage doors or you could use regular doors. I'd use garage doors personally because every time you want to get in here, you'd have to take the doors off, which, in my opinion, would be kind of a pain. So, you know, I'm just gonna open these so then you can see a little bit better here. I won't put the top on these right away, but you put your chest in here, obviously, whatever. this part down here, you can put whatever you want. I'm just gonna go like this. Like I said, whatever down here you want. Personally, I wouldn't put a loot room down here in the middle, just because if this was the center of your base, that's where most people are gonna go. Because let's be serious here, that's where most people put their loot, in the center of their base. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna leave it open for now. You could have honeycomb or something on there, but like I said, I'm not gonna do that. So, you know, this would be the first floor here. Come through here. You go down here. The only thing that kind of sus about this design is, I guess you don't have to have ladders. Just makes it a little bit easier to get in and out of here. So, you know, come over here, get your ladders, put them in. You don't have to have both sides, like I said. I'm just gonna do that because, you know, I just think it looks better. That's how you would get out. You'd have your chest in here and stuff like that. You could even have a TC in here, but I can't do it because I have the other design a little bit too close. But like I said, you can build it however you want. Come up here, you know. I'll put this side on, I guess. Put that on there, and then for this triangle here, like I said, you can leave it twig. You don't have to. You can even upgrade it to wood to make it a little bit harder. But the one thing that I would recommend when doing this, like I said, is, you know, have this chest face like that. And then, oops, forgot to make another one. Sorry about that. This chest that's going to be right here, personally, I'd put it like this. Just because then, once you have the roof on, it's going to make it a little bit harder to see. Once you put this other side in. Right there. Oops. Let me upgrade that. Forgot I took the B grade off. So, oh darn it. There we go. So obviously you can't fly on the server, but as you can see, you can't really see the wood frame at all, even if you're jumping. You know, you might be able to if you're lucky, but it'd be kind of hard to see that. That's why I'd put it sideways like this, like I said. Plus, if you wanted, you could put another large box behind it, maybe, or even a small box or two behind this large box. And then this side would be like normal loot room, obviously. If you wanted, you could have this open right here, like this. But in my opinion, I just think that looks a little bit too obvious. So that's why I always have the full one here. Upgrade it to whatever suits you. Like I said, I'd probably do stone or maybe sheet metal. But yeah, this is this concept for you guys. Figured I'd put a video out. This is my first video on the channel, so if the audio is a little bit crazy or something like that, like I said, just let me know in the comments below. I'll try to figure it out. Still getting used to this whole thing, so yeah guys, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Turn the little notification bell on, and I'll see you in another video. Thank you.